Okay, so here we are. This is the first video in our new home, our new kitchen. You'll probably notice it's a little bit smaller than the kitchen we had before. When we looked at a place to buy, there was a lot of things we wanted, and there was kind of, I wanted a chef's kitchen, but you know what? I don't need a lot of space to cook food. I go on a lot of in-home dinners. I find a lot of kitchens are way too big. Things are way too spread out. In a restaurant kitchen, you don't have a lot of space, so you work efficiently. You don't need a lot of gadgets. And I wanted to, what I would give up inside, I get a lot of space outside. And we're going to put an outdoor kitchen out there, so there'll be lots of outdoor videos coming up. And, I've spent almost 40 years in kitchens. Most kitchens don't have windows. I love to be outside. I love to cook outside, and being out here in beautiful Chilliwack, BC. There's a few times a year where it gets a little too cold to go outside, but as long as you've got a shelter and some sides, I can cook outside most of the year. So we're going to be doing a lot of outdoor cooking. There's a few things to work on in here. I'm going to work on the lighting a little bit. Got to get rid of some of the lights that are in here. But I was doing my in-laws are coming over tonight. We're doing a pork roast that's in the oven. I'm doing some scallops. My mother-in-law loves scallops, and Shannon says I have to keep her happy. Well, her and her mom. So I wanted to quickly talk about the scallops. So I have some beautiful scallops right here. And what I want to talk about today was when you're buying your scallops, and it's the same when you're buying prawns, shrimp. You'll see on the bags, there'll be like these numbers, 15 to 20 count, 16, 25 count, U15. And what this is, it's how many come in a pound. So when it comes to scallops, I'm going to talk about those today because I never buy anything smaller than these ones right here. These are a 15 to 20 count. So again, you get 15 to 20 per pound. I do like the U15s, which is you get less than 15 per pound. And the reason I like this is, you get a lot of scallops. You see these really tiny scallops. They're great if you want to throw them in like a seafood chowder, throw them in a pasta sauce. We used to do like a scallop and sablefish cottage pie they were great in. But for me, if I'm going to spend the money on the scallops, I want them to be sitting on top of the dish. I want people to see them. Now, the problems with the smaller ones is by the time I get that nice crust, that nice sear on the outside, and flip them over and get that sear on the other side, the smaller ones overcook. So these larger ones, again, the 16 to 20 count, the under 15 count, or the 15 to 20 count, I find these are a perfect size. And these are the ones I use for pretty much all the recipes on the website right now. Again, they just give you this beautiful thickness to them where you get that beautiful sear on the top and they don't overcook on the inside. So if you're wondering what that is on there, those numbers, that's exactly what they are. And then again, for me, it's the 15 to 20 count or the under 15 count that I always go for my recipes.